How's it going, Rowan? You good?
How's it going, Marcel? Good to speak to you.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from?
Ireland, County
Um,
Down in the north of Ireland. Yeah,
nice. Rory literally just come from there not too long ago. I think like 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the weather's pretty shit all the time, so I'm trying to move. So hopefully, in the next month or two, I'll be in Dubai full time. So that's the plan, anyway.
nice, nice, nice.
Yeah.
But how long have you been in the real world?
I've been in the real world, properly the last 4 or 5 months. I joined actually for the first time about 3 years ago.
Yeah,
And the thought then obviously I was making good money. I learned sort of video editing, and then I thought it was good enough to go off by myself and do all this stuff, and then I quickly realized that without having an accountability, without having somebody there and guiding you step by step, to get to the next level, I wasn't going to get anywhere. So that's sort of, I did obviously go off my own, and I didn't really have as much success then. So I joined back then this year at the end of January, um, and I joined the social media acquisition campus.
yeah.
And since then, it's been probably the most important thing I ever done, to try and get back on track and start, improving in my own business and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been in it. I first joined about 3 years ago, and then I left because I literally thought, oh, I'm good enough now. I can go off by myself, and it just was the wrong decision. So yeah,
That's quite interesting because I've heard a lot of people say that like they'll take the information and they get to a point where like, oh, maybe I can do this myself, and then
yeah,
they end up going back because they feel like there was something missing. What was it that you felt was missing? Was it because we always teach us a lot. Like we try to retain our students by giving one up to date information constantly. So we're always trying to look at what is the latest technology that comes in, the latest techniques that are being
mm,
used, like so that they can amplify their ambitions as much
yeah,
as possible. And then also, and I think one of the good ones is the community, because you always see where the communities at or communities win, and you're able to exchange ideas with people who may be in the same field as you currently doing it, and you can come up with something bigger and better, and you get a lot of like partnerships in that way. So for you, what was it that made you think, okay, I don't need this anymore, and then that made you make the decision to say, actually, it's that helps amplify me each time?
yeah. I think obviously, I'd gone through the modules and stuff. I started off actually in the AI and content creation campus.
Yeah,
And I done that. I had learned so much, and really, took on, so much information and learned so much from that campus. And then obviously when I finished all the lessons, I thought that was me. I could just run off, just make a load of money and forget about, how I actually got to that stage. And I quickly realized that money doesn't, it doesn't stay around forever. And if you're not constantly keeping on top and constantly keeping to try and grow, and have somebody, guiding you, and basically a community of people who are in the exact same position, and you're all trying to get to that next level together, that's what I was missing then. So
yeah,
I simply realized that, yeah, this isn't gonna work by myself for now anyway. So I realized I had a lot of growing to do. I had a lot of work to do still. So I thought the best thing to do was join back. And yeah, it's the best decision I've ever made. I've learned so much, even in the past 4 to 5 months. On taking on, trying to get new clients and stuff like that. Dylan Madden, Professor Dylan Madden, is taking care of us in the client acquisition campus, and that guy's a genius, and he's really, really, looking after us there. So yeah, I'm really glad that I did join back then in the end, because I think without having joined back, I would still be going round and round in circles and not really getting anywhere as such.
yeah. So let's break this down into parts then. So
Yeah.
what money was you making before you first ever joined the real world?
Mhm.
What money did you start making in the real world when you first joined? And then what money do you make now you've rejoined?
So sorry, before I started joining the real world, I always was trying to make money online and stuff like that. And then I started a car cleaning company, so like a car detailing business.
Yeah,
Um, it was okay. I think I made roughly around £1,500 a month. It wasn't amazing,
yeah,
and you know, I was doing hard physical work, so I decided that it was time to try and find something digital that I could work from anywhere as such. So then I did join the real world. Um, and the first time around the AI content creation campus, I went into like video editing and creating content with AI and posting it in the likes of TikTok and YouTube Shorts and stuff. And I grew a channel to like 500,000 subscribers and around 500,000 followers on TikTok, and that was making me from 3 to 4 grand a month just alone on that, which at the time was really really good, um, because obviously I wasn't used to that amount of money, and so from then obviously I said to you, I didn't really know how to maintain it, or how to actually grow it even further. It went downhill, and obviously it didn't really work out as well as I hoped, and that monthly figure didn't really come through every month. It was slowly dropping off, and I knew something wasn't right. So
at this
I
point here,
decided,
you left the real world.
yeah, I started making the money when I was still in the real world, and I'd
Yeah,
left the real world obviously, and things went downhill. So um then I did say to myself, I need to see what's going on, and I figured out that I didn't want to be ignorant, and I'm always open to learning. So I decided to join back and see how I could further sell myself and the business and stuff. So instead of going into like content creation and stuff like that, I just went to video editing and offering that for clients. And then since that, in the last 4 to 5 months, I've made around about 15,000. It'd be £15,000. Now the first few months were very slow. Um, I obviously had a lot of learning to do, and I made so many mistakes in the first few months, Marcel. Fucked up so much. But Professor Dylan Madden was there, and he helped us, helped me, and any questions you have, anything like that, guiding you along the way, keeping you right, telling, keeping you, in the right line communication with clients and stuff that would prevent you from losing clients, and how to get more clients and play the psychology game with clients as well. So there was a lot of information to learn before, the last 2 months then, which I actually, last month I made around £6,500, and then this month we're nearly about to double that, with my YouTube clipping agency. So it's unbelievable, yeah.
that's amazing. That is amazing. And that, to be fair,
Yeah.
that is most people's yearly salary in 2 months. And people
Yeah.
really like that's most people what they make in a year. You've just made in 2 months, so that's amazing. We're able to do that. And Dylan, a lot. The reason why I like the real world, is, Dylan's very great at this. Is that the professors are it's not just like, oh, I watched this video and then that's it. Your
Yeah.
professors are there hands on. I honestly say this is a school more than it is a course. It really is a school because you have
100%.
someone teaching you something and constantly teaching you. So it's not like, oh, okay, I know all of this now. I can just. It's not a theoretical thing. It's
Mhm.
being able to apply the information you have practically, and because of that reason, and because of how the professors are, you are constantly learning, like you said, and that's what gives you that edge, that keeps you above everything. It's not like a
100%.
you pay £200 for a course, you watch this video, and everyone has the same video. Like it's very much detailed into like what you want to do. There's so many different aspects, and so you can tailor everything you're learning to what you're trying to achieve. So it's not just like, oh, here's this one course to do this one thing. There's a multifaceted levels in which you can go to achieve multiple things. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's go.
I was saying, what exactly is it you're? that you do now, like specifically?
Yeah,
How?
so trying my best to not focus on too many things, and I've, over the past few months I've been video editing online for different clients and for different YouTubers, and in the last 2 months or so, a month and a half, I started my own sort of YouTube clipping agency. So clipping up stuff for YouTubers, and it's very similar to another company right now where it's a pay-per-view rate, and we'll
Yeah,
not shout out the other company because we're taking over very soon. But it's a pay per view rate. You only pay us if you get views.
yeah,
If we get you views, it's like a performance based model, and it seems to be working the best so far. Um, it can be very hard to compete online with people video editing for people, um, when so many people, are doing that. So
yeah,
I thought I would, try something different, and it's proven to sort of work. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. It's a clipping agency, and I've got a few people sort of working for me. And we're working with some massive YouTubers right now, so it's going okay. I mean, obviously, you know, I said to you there about last month that on about around £6,500, which to be honest, I'm not happy with it all. It should be, that's the thing about being in the real world. It's like it gives you the opportunity to compete against people, like-minded people, and compete against people who are in the same position as you,
yeah,
and you're all going in the one direction. So, yeah, it's definitely even having made that money in the past few months, I'm still glad to be a part of the real world because it's just pushing you on even more now.
yeah. And it's also being able to just see the possibilities of what you can achieve. So if you know, like, okay, me and this person in the same space, like, and they're making 25, 30K a month,
Yeah,
what's stopping me from doing that? Nothing. And the fact that these people don't they don't try to like shadow the information. We want everyone to win. So the
hundred
what I
percent.
love about the real world community is that they share their experiences of what they can do. And like I said, sharing ideas, you can partner up, you can meet new people and expand on your own ideas. And they won't do it for you. No one's going to do it for
No,
you. It's your job to do it yourself. But the fact that you're in the space to share that energy and ideas and stuff is
hundred
I
percent.
love the real world community.
It's like my dad would always say, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So,
Yeah,
which is very true because obviously, you can buy anything online nowadays, a course or anything like that, and if you don't want to put the work in, well, then there's no point even being there at all. And being in the real world quickly, you'll be found out if you're not wanting to work and stuff. So, all the professors and captains and stuff, everybody's very much hands on and keeping you accountable, and it's just a great community to be a part of. And I know obviously you read stuff online and you see stuff online, and people try and say bad things about this person and that person, and when you're in that inner circle as such, it's like your eyes are open and you can see, okay, these are good people, and it's really really important that
yeah.
um you're in a community like that. So it's unbelievable, absolutely amazing, loving it so far, man.
I always say this: if you don't join the real world because you don't like Andrew, then you're an idiot. Because you're not there to like anyone. You're not there to
100%.
be there and think, oh, okay, I have to agree with this person's like opinions or theses or whatever.
Yeah,
Your job is to figure out how to make money. That's what it is at the end of the day. Your job is to
100%.
go and figure out how I can make the most money possible using the information, using what's out there now, and how I can put myself in a position where I'm financially dependent on myself. I'm in control of my own time. And the more time I put into me is the more money I make. That's your job. It's not to sit here and just agree with everything it says or disagree with anything. It's that he doesn't give a fuck. He's made his money. He's got
Yeah,
hundreds of millions in the account. He doesn't give a fuck whether you join or not, to be honest
yeah,
with you. The thing is, people really don't understand like the mindset of the brothers. Like they created this platform so you can see it can be done. Do you understand? Like
yeah,
their whole they've got to the point now. They have enough money. They have you. I say this a lot. You get to finances are funny because in the beginning everything's material. Like I want to make this much money because I want to buy this car, I want to buy this house, and then you realize you get
Yeah.
to this euphoria place where it's like, actually, I want to see the people I care about be okay. I want to
Yeah.
be able to see my mom not struggle. I want to see the people that I love be in a prosperous place, and then that
Yep.
becomes the motivation to work. That's why you see all these billionaires still working. Is because they want to make sure their grandkids, their grandchildren's children is fine.
Yeah.
That's what happens. You get into that place. So if you're
100%.
going to sit there and cut off your nose to spite your face because you don't like the opinion of what someone says, even though they've created something that is there for you to make money so your family can be in the best, because the gap between rich and poor is getting bigger, and it's going
Yeah.
to be a time where you can't fucking make it anymore. You're in the poor side and that's it. This isn't going to last forever. If you don't figure it out now, you're fucked, and that's the truth.
100%. The thing is
That's,
too, like you said, there are like people not liking Andrew. People go to school and might hate their teachers, but they're still going to go to school because they have to learn. It's like taking emotional. People can just be arrogant and choose to, oh, I don't like him. He's a clown. He says this online, but they're literally forgetting about, what, the community is about, as opposed to, maybe a clip they seen online that was taken out of context. So it's very important. I would just advise, obviously I was on the fence too, but I advise everybody to do their own research, because sometimes stuff can be, obviously fathomed, and obviously been inside the real world. The two brothers are very hands on. You get a message and stuff that come through from Tate, and yeah, it's cool. So I would just say that, if you're not joining because you don't like Andrew, well then that's just pure ignorance and arrogance, and you just don't really want to learn, and you're just using that as an excuse to like put off, bettering yourself.
yeah. So you just said there something interesting. You said that you was at one point on the fence, and I understand
Yeah.
that myself because there's so many courses out there and like get rich quick. I always tell people this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not
Yeah.
put in $2 and you're gonna be a millionaire. That's not what this is. It's about learning
Yeah.
the skill, getting the knowledge, and being able to apply it. So, what would
Yeah.
be your final message to the people who are sitting on the fence, not sure if they should join or what they should do or what they're going to get themselves into? What would you say to those people?
I would just say, if you can't, try something, if you don't even have the as we say in Ireland here, the stones, which, um if you don't have the balls to try something, um well then, you're never going to do anything. You always see like people in yachts and stuff, and you have to remember that the amount of risks they've had to take to be, have a yacht. So if you can't even take a risk of like, $100 a month or something like that for a few months to try something, well then, I don't know, God help you, because you're not going to go too far in life.
Yeah,
You always have to be willing to try and invest and stuff. The amount of money I've lost through the years trying different things, and you can only ever learn from something that goes wrong. So I would just say, um, if you're looking to try it out, well then go for it, because what's the worst that can happen? You can always learn from something. But in my case, and in like, I'm sure hundreds of thousands of others, you come out to the other side like, in a far far better position than you were before you joined. So I would just say, go for it, and definitely try it, and don't be afraid, and grow some stones.
no, for real. Because the truth is this: you either stand there and watch, or you try to jump
Yeah.
the gap. And if you stand there and watch, all you're going to do is be able to commentate from the poor side while everyone's making money on the other side. That's what it
Yeah.
is, and that's it. You can either watch or you can
100%.
jump. Figure it out. Figure it the
100%.
fuck. Thank you for coming on today, man. You've been amazing. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we figured it out. And just continue on your
100%.
journey. If you stay with the same tenacity and same intensity that you have now, there's no way that you don't make it. So, bro, just keep going for as high as you can.
100%. I appreciate that, Marcel. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother. Speak to you soon.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.